The Ghostbusters reboot came out last year, and the response was,
Be quiet! You be quiet! You be quiet now!
No, you're lying! You're lying! What makes you lie?
To me, it felt a little bloated with too many ideas and improvs, and most of the jokes only slowed the movie down.
Oh, I don't have a cat. It's a dog. His name's my cat.
Your dog's name is my cat?
And Mike Hat.
Your dog's name is Mike, last name Hat.
Well, his full name is...
Who cares?
So this is my pitch for a better version of the new Ghostbusters. We're not gonna go over every scene or line of dialogue, we're just looking to build a better foundation. We'll be changing the entire tone of the film so that we have less jokes like this.
I got a tub of soup, and I got one split wonton.
And more jokes like this.
Yep. Room full of nightmares. Not going in there.
As always, we're going to assume there would be a degree of studio meddling, so some things we're gonna keep and some things we're gonna... Our version is a soft reboot that's a sequel to the original 2 films. In our world, it's been 10 years since the original Ghostbusters went out of business. Suddenly, there weren't any more ghosts to catch, so they had to close their doors. In this scenario, Aaron and Abby grew up idolizing the original Ghostbusters and dreamed of becoming Ghostbusters when they grew up. They went to college and learned all the science pertaining to ghosts, but when they graduated, the Ghostbusters had already closed shop. There weren't any more ghosts to catch or study. Now, Abby is still searching for ghosts, while Aaron decided to abandon her dream and pursue a career in teaching.
And now, our feature presentation.
The movie opens at the Aldridge Mansion. I actually thought this was the best scene in the movie because to me this feels like how a Ghostbuster movie should start. Aaron is getting ready to teach a class when Mr. Stanpour comes in and asks about her book and he tells her about the haunting. Aaron confronts Abby about the book and the 3 ladies end up at the mansion. They encounter the female ghost that vomits all over Aaron and they get super excited because they've finally seen a real ghost. Abby convinces Aaron to join her and they open their own paranormal investigation business called Ghost Corps. They can't call themselves Ghostbusters because they don't have the rights to the name, and this could be a running gag that people keep referring to them as the Ghostbusters and Aaron has to correct them. They still set up shop in the Chinese restaurant because I really like the aesthetic of it and it also has potential for jokes like, what if our team can't afford a receptionist and the restaurant downstairs keeps getting calls about ghosts and the owner is pissed off and keeps yelling at the ladies to get their own phone. That would be funny. For our B plot, we're gonna stick with Rowan and his evil plan because I thought Rowan had one of the best lines in the movie.
Looking forward to this metal show.
And I like how awkward he is. I mean, you immediately understand what this guy is all about. And Rowan isn't going to be our big bad, he's just going to set things in motion. So the ladies get their first real call at the theater and are told that it's urgent. They don't have a car yet, so Holtzman calls for an Uber. And who's driving that Uber? It's Patty. The girls hop in and we have another opportunity for jokes. The girls want Patty to drive faster, but she just started as an Uber driver and the car is a rental. You get the idea. They get to the theater and make a mess of catching the ghost, but it isn't the dragon ghost. We're gonna save him for later. Instead, they catch a ghost inspired by the late Harold Ramis. This way, we continue the tradition that started in the original Ghostbusters with Slimer being inspired by John Belushi. The Ramis ghost is so strong that it drags Abby outside of the theater where the team is finally able to catch it. Unfortunately, they also blow up Patty's car. The crowd surrounds the ladies, and now we get our fun and games of seeing our team catching more ghosts, being on talk shows, trending on Instagram, and we also see that Rowan's scheme is progressing. Patty makes a visit to the ghost course. She's pissed about her car and she wants the ladies to pay for it. Our trio can't afford a new car, so they offer Patty a job instead, and that's how she joins the team. By now, Erin has slowly discovered that all of their jobs are falling on 2 lines that converge in the city. She goes to investigate the building at the center of those 2 lines, and she meets Rowan and finds ectoplasm seeping down the walls. She comes back to find that the mayor is visiting their headquarters. He explains to the team that the original Ghostbusters cost the city a lot of money in tourism, so he can't have a new squad of crazies trying to make a name for themselves with these hoaxes. He places them under house arrest until he can get a team to inspect their gear to see if it's hazardous. Erin tells the others about what she saw at the hotel, and Abby is able to put together that someone is trying to release Chiron the Infernal. They realize that the ley lines have been charged, and if a big device is set off at the hotel, then Chiron will enter this dimension and it'll be hell on earth. Just then, they feel a big tremor underneath them. They look outside and the sky is turning black. It's too late. The barrier has been broken and Chiron's gate is opening. The girls go downstairs to get their gear, and maybe as they're leaving for the final battle, the restaurant owner comes out and asks them to make a food delivery while they're out, and Abby screams at the owner. I think that would be funny too. Anyway, When they get to Times Square, they see all the ghosts that have been released due to Chiron's gate being open. People are running around and screaming, the police shoot at the ghost, but that's no good, and the girls can't catch this many ghosts at once, so they have to go to the source. The team finds Rowan standing in front of a gaping portal amidst a hellish landscape. Streets are on fire, trees have turned to ash, buildings are disintegrating. Rowan explains that they are witnessing the collision of two realities. Soon, Chiron will rise and reform the world to his liking, and Rowan will be his right hand. Just then, the dragon ghost emerges from the portal. He is our big bad, Chiron the Infernal. He tosses Rowan into the portal, presumably killing him, and then battles the Ghost Core. Their proton beams aren't enough to contain him, and Chiron flies off. Holtzman comes up with the idea to put the car into the portal and make it explode. Patty drives the car towards the portal and jumps out at the last second. They light it up, the car explodes, and Chiron and most of his ghosts are sucked back into the infernal dimension. The mayor apologizes to the Ghost Core and gives them the key to the city, and they return home. When they get back to the restaurant, who should be waiting for them but Ray Stantz? He says that he saw what they did, he knows that the ghosts are back, and he wants to do his part to help. He hands them the keys to the old firehouse and a document that grants them permission to call themselves Ghostbusters. And as he leaves, he turns around and he says, "Hey, word of advice. If anyone asks you if you're a god, you say yes." Oh, shut up. We cut to Abby and Aaron in front of the firehouse. They look at each other and they smile. They're officially Ghostbusters, like they always wanted, and like we always wanted to be after we saw the original film. So now we have a great passing of the torch story, and I think this works much better than an entire reboot of the franchise. But what do you guys think? Did you like my version of Ghostbusters? Did you hate it? Please let me know in the comments down below. I really enjoyed reading all the comments from the last video, and I cannot wait to see what you guys come up with this time. You might notice there are no ads on this video. That's because we don't like them either. If you'd like to support this series, please consider going to our Threadless page. There you can pick up this nifty t-shirt that I designed called Busters of the Lost Ark. You can get a cool shirt and help support our channel at the same time. A big thanks and shout out to Liara K. Crane. She let me use her chibi drawings for this video. Check out her website where you can get buttons and stickers that feature chibi versions of all your favorite characters. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like it, share it with others, and subscribe for future videos. That's it for me. My name is Justin, and I hope that you have a great day.